Hey, anybody who's watching, Authentics, and possibly anybody else, anybody who's watching this later, this is going to be me testing out a new stream setup. You can see there's some fanciness going around the edges of my screen here, and I should have my name, down in this space and notifications for, or links for, not links, but, icons for different social media and stuff like that. And hopefully this looks all animated and nice. Yeah, I think it does depend on the setting, and I'm not sure if it's the in-game setting or a setting somewhere in OBS or a combination of the two. I'm going to have to look around. I think I've seen in games before that the actual game itself in the audio settings will have a checkbox that says mute audio when game, hidden, or when game not selected, or something like that. Your game audio does not play until you select it, Windows mode, or windowed mode, or windowed borderless. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, and this looks good, and you can obviously hear me. I can tell that. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and try a quick bit of gaming here. You will get game audio. I'm going to have to switch over to my other view, which is going to cut game audio. See, that's the annoying thing, right? So when I switch from this to the game, you guys see the game, but there's no audio until I click back onto the game. So I gotta figure that out. That's annoying. Also, let me know what you think about this picture-in-picture. I feel like it's super small, but at the same time, I'm looking at it windowed inside of a window inside of OBS. But I feel like if somebody was watching this on their phone, not that most people watch on their phone, but if somebody was watching on their phone, that's really tiny. I could crop it in so that it's more just me and not like this background here, but I feel like it frames me really nicely. So I can't really decide. But, if you think it's fine, let me know. Other than that, everything here looks okay to me. It looks like you're getting game audio and my vocals now. Yeah, it's a bit small. Audio is crisp, nice. Yeah, I think I might size it up. I also don't know where I want to keep it. Like, I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of Hell Let Loose for funsies, but then I may do specific games that I feel like reviewing or that I want to share with people. Like Stephanie showed me one the other day called End of Wild Hearts or something like that, which looked amazing that I really want to play. Okay, good. So the shot looks good. Yeah, okay, so maybe I'll just take this and blow it up a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I feel like when I'm playing this, the least utilized section of the screen is the upper right. And so I may... Up there, yeah. So I may move it up to the upper right corner of the screen. But for now, I guess let's just give this a go and see what it looks like. It doesn't look like I'm dropping any frames or anything crazy like that. When I first started this, I was, but now I'm not, so it seems like things sorted themselves out. And also, what's weird is that, and I don't know if this is the same for Twitch, I don't know if you guys even do this with Twitch, but I have Stream Elements open, like OBS open, and I can see all my stuff, I can see my chat, I have everything I need. But if I open YouTube Studio and I go to my live streaming page, it's dead. It's like I'm not streaming anything. But obviously this stream is going up. So it's almost like Stream Elements is doing like a roundabout on YouTube, and it's not actually giving the YouTube stream page any data. It's just throwing it straight up onto YouTube. So that's kind of really interesting. Not that I need to see that page at all, but I went to go confirm and make sure that this was actually streaming, and there was nothing there. And so I checked on my phone and it was live. So whatever, that's however it works. When you guys look at the stream, maybe you could tell me this, does it say below that I'm playing Hell Let Loose? Obviously I put it in the title, but there's an option on YouTube when you're playing a game specifically that you can select what game you're playing, and it like tags that game automatically and lets anybody know that's looking for that game that you're playing it. And sometimes it does it automatically if you include the game name in the title, but specifically you can normally go down and select the game, and when I was setting this up through Stream Elements, it doesn't give you that option. Yeah. No idea how that works on YouTube, but I use my phone for all of that, so okay. Well, fair enough. I'm going to see if I can find a server here to jump in so that you guys can tell me how the game looks. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because sometimes it's a give and take to find a good server. Okay, so you don't see the game listed below. That's fine. I don't want offensive. I want warfare. I never know... Whoa, server password. No, thank you. I never know how much of a ping is too high. Like, my personal ping, I want below 30 maybe. Server pings up in like the hundreds, like up to almost 200. I feel like that's too high and that's going to lead to choppy gameplay, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All right, so I'll have to figure out how to properly link the game. Oh, good, we're getting in Omaha Beach. This is new for me. Or at least I haven't played on this map before. It's interesting, when you go into the, not the tutorial, but there's like a learn how to play the game section on the main page. It's called like briefing or something like that. It says there are only 3 maps in the whole game. So maybe there are different layouts on 3 maps, but like this looks totally new to me. I really like being the United States, but Germany needs people. So I guess I have to be Germany. Boo. In this game, you guys are going to hear a lot of talking other than just me. Oh god, I don't want to be a squad captain. I can't be a squad captain while doing this. That's too much. Can somebody please make a new squad? So, in this game, you guys should be able to see here, there are squads off to the side. Right now there's Charlie and Dog. And then there's 1 armor squad, and there are 2 recon squads, which are snipers. Normally you would join a squad, but if there are no squads to join, you can see these are 6 out of 6. You can't join because they're full. I have the option of creating a new unit. Oh, here we go. I'll be in Fox. All right, good. Yeah, I have the option of creating a new unit, but then I automatically become the unit captain, which I do not want because you have to do so much communicating when you're unit captain. I can't do that and stream at the same time, not without, not with this little level of practice. I'm gonna go automatic rifleman, and oh god, oh this is all blue because I'm Germany. Okay, I was like, well, god, it's all blue. We're already losing. So I can spawn anywhere? Where is the enemy? Oh, okay, this is the beachfront over here. Okay, so it's literally guard the beachfront. Where is the rest of my unit? My unit is right here. That garrison is currently under attack, so I might not be able to spawn to it very shortly, but...
Hello.
I can't talk until I spawn for the first time, I think, or I can't talk until I spawn. But like I was saying, there's going to be a lot of crosstalk in this because you can hear your captain and all of your squad mates.
Yep. It took way too long to make fucking squads.
Yeah, I was about to make one on my own because there were none to select from.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just made one. Fuck it.
Yeah, thank you for that.
So, I'll try not to get confused while I'm talking to you guys.
Sitting there waiting. I really hate it when you and
like I was saying,
has like 2
you're going to hear a lot of people in-game talking, and then you're also going to hear me talking to you and me talking to them. So this may not be the best game for streaming as far as vocals confusion goes. Everything looks good. Nice. Let me know how me talking to you is in comparison to them talking to me, because they're part of the game volume, so their volume should be relatively low.
It's gone.
Someone? Oh shit.
And like I said, it's going to be confusing because I'm going to be talking to them sometimes. So if I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you. And if I'm not looking at you, assume I'm talking to them, I guess. What's our plan here?
Stand by.
Yeah, I've never played on this map before. I understand what fight this is replicating, and I know that my team loses after many, many, many days.
Go ahead and hold your position here.
Copy.
Active tank on my ping there.
Are we bothering with medics right now, or are we just respawn?
1 sec. They're surrounding us.
Alright. Looks like my garrison to spawn is gone, so let's find somewhere new. I can't really start with the rest of my squad because there's no garrison near them. Oh, somebody just opened one up. outpost. All right, that's my team's outpost, so I can spawn at that. So I will.
You have a supply guy?
We do not.
Yep, so I'll come back with supplies.
Oh, god damn it. They took out the outpost. They are coming from the west of N71. So they've pincered us there.
West, copy.
Yeah, they flanked.
Yeah, I'll deploy.
So we're going to
When
start
I
spawning
die,
over
for
here
now,
on the
just
west of the
say,
position that we were in because they're
yes,
trying to
yes.
flank us around on the west.
Yeah.
If you look at the bottom of my screen, you
Try
can
to
see
get
a
back
little
down to
compass.
N71 and drop another outpost.
That is how you have to sort of orient yourself. And the way that the map is actually displayed that I was looking at, that's north, south, east, and west. And
Oh,
so
hell yeah, I got
the
a
beach is
outpost.
west. They're coming from the south. Or
think
maybe I have that wrong.
destroyed it as
I'm
soon
just
as
going
they
towards
made
my
it.
squad.
Trying to make an outpost on me? No, thank you.
Yeah, just go ahead and push 71.
Drop down into these bunkers here so I can check my map for a second.
We're
Okay.
about to lose it.
Yeah, so beach is east. All right. So it looks like I want to head east, I suppose. Head towards the beach. My squad is north. My squad is all way north. So right now I am heading northwest. Let's just head straight north. Well, north-ish, as far as the turrets will, the trenches will let me go. All right, that guy in the pillbox has eyes on somebody.
Well,
Fuck. I don't know who he's firing on, but
gone.
I spawned all the way to the south, so I'm making my way up to you guys.
We're about to lose 71, so go to 70.
Copy. 70. Okay, so 70 is the one that I'm at. If you look on the map here, and I'm doing this slow so you guys can kind of follow for a second. 70 is right here. This is me. I'm inside of 70, so I'm defending 70 right now. They were all up here at 71 and that top position. I'm inside of 70 now.
Yeah, go ahead and hold there.
So I'm going to hold here. The guy I'm talking back and forth to is my captain. My squad captain. Each squad of 6 people has a captain, and then each captain can
Yep,
speak
one
to
day
the
I'll be able
commander.
to make it fucking down to W71 and actually put an outpost down.
So yeah, he's going to respawn here. But yeah, so there's 8 squads on just our side of the battle. Each one has 6 men in it, and each one of those has a captain. The captains can speak to the commander. The commander is actually one player who's in charge of our entire side of the fight, which is 50 players per side. So that one commander is in charge of 50 players. He's communicating with the captains. The captains are relaying what they're seeing and what they need as far as support, airstrikes, reconnaissance, things like that. And the commander will relay information between the squad captains to let them know what the other captains need, whether to push a position, hold a position, things like that. So commander of the entire fight is a very difficult position. I've played as a captain of a squad one time, and even that was insane because there's so much crosstalk going on. You're trying to communicate to... Hold on here. There it is. You're trying to communicate with your squad, but also with the... this guy. He's the one that got me. You're trying to communicate with your squad. You're trying to relay your squad's information to the commander and also communicate with the other squad captains at the same time while playing and shooting at people and taking cover. It's very difficult. So far,
Tank's
everything
coming
looks
up here.
good.
Tank right on top of me.
I'm being told everything looks good. Hopefully this continues to look good for you guys. I'm going to... Are we still pushing for 70?
Yes.
Copy. So yeah, when I talk back and forth like that, I'm using squad talk, so anybody in my squad can hear me, but mainly my captain realizes I'm talking to
To
him.
mark that tank on the map for the team.
Like that's another member of my squad right there that was just talking. It's a good idea for me to learn their names too, though I haven't paid much attention to that. Oh god. Got machine gun fire at 70. Yeah. You try to relay as much information as you can to your squad captain, but you don't want to give him nonsense. And sometimes in the heat of the moment, that's kind of all you can get out. So it's best to just shut your mouth until you know what the hell's going on. But at the same time, you don't want to not talk because then you're not being supportive of your squad. Also, as a commander and as a captain, you can put markers down on the map to let your squad and people outside of your squad know what you see, whether it's
70.
infantry or things like that.
Copy.
So I have 30 seconds here before I can deploy. That that outpost, this right here, this flag, that's, sorry, garrison. That garrison and this outpost can't currently be utilized because there's enemies too close to them.
Alright, I'm behind enemy lines. I can tag some people.
Oh god, we're losing. All of our flags inside of here are gone. That's why we can't spawn. I'm gonna have to spawn all the way back
On my
here.
marker, whole squad. Wait, you guys are way too far away.
Yeah, we
Garrison's
told
gone
my
at
commander
70.
Drop down to WN 70.
Alright. Well, I can stay behind enemy lines, so I can go like roughly where you are, behind the enemies, and just ping all of them. And tell you what's going on.
I'm spawning an artillery battery. Garrisons are gone. Should we push our way back to 70? So I'm going to start making my way back towards 70.
Oh, fuck me.
That was the last position that
I forgot
our
you
captain
can't
told
hear
us to
American
hold.
Grenades, of course.
You can't hear American grenades, really?
No, well, you can't hear the fuse.
Interesting.
God, I fucking hate command chat.
So it looks like a bunch of my squad is over there. The green icons are my squad, the blue icons are friendlies. You don't get any icons for enemies. Even if you put your crosshairs on them and they're right in front of you,
Don't know.
your crosshairs don't turn red. You don't get any
blah, blah,
notification that you're pointing at an enemy.
frag
So
grenades.
you might think you see a rock. Maybe it's a rock, maybe it's an enemy. You put your crosshairs on it, you're not sure, and then bang, you're dead. So just need your socials and that's it. Okay. Yeah, my everything looks good. Zoom in a bit to your facial feature. Okay, yep. So I really should be in cover while I'm reading this. Let's lay all the way down. My squad's gonna hate me. They're gonna have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Border looks good. Okay, cool. I just need to get my socials. So I have my. Oh god, that's so loud to me. Because I like to have full surround sound when I play. So yeah, I'm definitely taking fire. Okay. Bullets, do you have eyes on them?
Yeah, be sure you're pinging your guys. If you see enemies, be sure to ping them.
Oh yeah, I will.
One of the nifty things about this game is when you're taking cover fire like that, like right
I
there,
haven't
bullet,
been fortunate
he has a
enough.
machine gun, he's putting down cover fire. When you fire at the enemy, and you might see it happen to me, your vision actually goes blurry because you're in a panic because you're being fired on. And so firing at the enemy in this game does actually hinder them. They can't see. So
It's
laying
like
cover
they're
fire
trying not
works.
to be seen. Alright, on my marker, a bunch of guys, they don't see.
So even though I can't see what I'm firing at, I know I'm firing towards where I was just told there are
my
enemies.
Far brick wall, far brick wall.
One guy.
And hopefully those bullets are whizzing past them and creating an inability for them to see, which means they're not going to feel safe
shit.
and they're not going to move.
Yeah, sorry,
My
I
teammates
should
can
stick with
advance
you guys.
and get some kind of a position on them. I have to bandage myself because I took a hit. You only have 2 bandages to start. I really need to move. I'm not in a great position here.
Pinging them for the MG.
And move into a crouch and try to get to this ditch here. Drop in. Okay.
Need
Hopefully it's a
ammo
slightly
for
better
MG?
position. So that big red marker right there, that's actually
Yeah,
my
and ping them
either my
right here.
captain or my...
Got one.
Running low on ammo. This this weapon is nice because it's fully automatic, but
A lot of them
it
bearing
is you don't
32.
get a lot of ammo.
Are you gonna place a new OP or do I just spawn in the old one?
I don't have vision on
There
anybody.
was an OP back there. Someone was taking it
I'm
out.
gonna move up.
I mean your OP. Like, should I wait for yours?
Yeah, we had one there. Someone must have taken it out. One sec.
Got the guy out in the field.
So dark.
Okay, deploying.
This map is so dark, it's hard to see. I feel like this side of the hedge line is enemy side, so take a quick peek at my map. Possibly, I'm moving towards last spotted enemy. Oh, that right there, that's from a captain or a commander. That lets me know there's enemies over there. Kind of have to draw a line between laying cover fire and actually taking useful shots because you don't want to waste all your ammo on cover fire, but I haven't seen anyone, so I figure that's the best I can help out for now. Rest of my squad's over there. Oh boy.
Okay, machine gunner's gonna be out of ammo here soon. Does anyone hear infantry? Take that as a no.
If I wipe out, I'll come back.
Smurf, dude, no, we do have infantry. It's Smurf, yeah. Smurf man, I mean.
Just drop
why
an
not?
ammo box
That
over
sounded like a sniper to me,
On my
but
ping
it
over
might
there
have just
here.
been
Oh,
a
did you
headshot.
drop a box?
Alright, I'm gonna come back as a standard rifleman, because then I'll have ammo in case anybody needs it. Yeah, this is tricky. I guess I'm gonna
They're
spawn.
right on my foxtrot ping.
Spawn with the rest of my team.
Bullets, you
That
see
thing
them?
right there, that's what he's talking about.
There's two of them,
So that's where we need
Right
to
on my
target. So when I
foxtrot
come in,
thing.
I need to aim slightly southeast.
and they shot me.
They're
I
near
don't
that
know.
crossroads. Does anyone need ammo? I'm coming in with a crate.
Yeah, if you want to drop it by the MG, B box.
Someone's near my ping. Oh, he's down, nice. That's the fucker that killed me. Cheers.
Ammo right to your left.
Oh, somebody just.
Hey, enemy
just
infantry
got
on my
team kill.
ping.
Just got team kill.
I'm
Happens.
trying to fucking yell past command chat. If you want to take
Oh, I
command
killed
chat
a
over
friendly.
though, that would be great. Then I
Who
wouldn't
did I
have to yell.
kill? Oh, apparently I shot somebody. I didn't even see who. You have to be careful because obviously friendly fire is on, because it's realistic, and pretty much one
Yeah,
shot
so you're
from
real
any gun
close if
kills you.
enemy's right on top of you.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
So I probably screwed up and pulled the trigger.
I'm in good cover, I'll just wait there for a sec.
I don't see anywhere on OBS how many people are viewing. Not that I really care, because this is a test. But
Behind the tree on my ping.
Copy.
behind the tree on his ping. Where?
Can you ping again, please?
It's gonna be too far for you. It's gonna be for bullets.
Okay, never mind.
We almost need to set up an AT gun and take that tank out.
Alright, trying to make my way down into these trenches.
Ooh, on my marker towards
I'm
us.
like 1,000
Copy.
feet in the air.
Get down, tanks. Our tank's coming.
Oh, thank fuck, I got him.
Look where it sent me, out of bounds. That was weird. I spawned in and it shot me 1,000 feet in the air and out of bounds.
Oh
Try to
my
be safe
god,
up
I
on this
love
hill.
hearing that ding sound so much, dude. Oh,
It's the best.
makes me
Alright, we gotta... Oh, is that enemy armor? I think
It
that's enemy
doesn't
armor
make
over
me
there.
cool when it's me that produces the sound. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna do my job now and stay around you guys.
Hey, tell that tank there's a tank out there.
Yeah, he knows.
Got completely wiped out there. I'm guessing that was tank fire. I'm not sure. I'm still very much learning this game. This is my third or
There's a
fourth
sniper
game.
out there somewhere.
Yeah, not sure where, but around my marker is really hot. Another tank is shooting. Fuck.
Okay. Oof. Just spawned into turret fire.
And they're behind us. They're west. At least one.
Legendary pickles. Shall I just smoke this shit?
Are you anti-tank?
No, I said should I smoke this shit?
What
I
shit
know
are
I'm
you?
not anti-tank.
Oh, smoking it. No, because we got our tank here. You smoke it, we're not gonna. He's not gonna be able to see him. We got
Oh,
two
yeah.
tanks coming. Tank's gone.
Okay, let's see if I can hit the ground. Alright, so...
Alright, bullets. Save your ammo. Save your ammo. My
Bullet.
ping. My
I
ping.
got
Enemy infantry in the field. My ping.
lots of ammo.
On my way.
Wow. Fucking Artie.
Was that
Lots of
artillery?
ammo, no legs or arms.
I think it was Artie or an airstrike.
Those were bombs.
Yeah, so that was an airstrike, so we just got wiped out. The opposing
Yeah, those were
commander
bombs.
got too much information about our position,
Airstrike.
and he just wiped us out. Which happens.
Well, we're doing good holding. They aren't progressing anymore, so we're doing alright. More infantry on my ping. Yep.
I need to get closer, I can't see what I'm shooting at.
You almost got your head blown off.
I feel like this map is so dark. Oh, Jesus. It's so much different than games like Call of Duty or something like that, where you can take numerous rounds, or you can, you know, kind of hide and regain health or something like that. Just one bullet whizzes into you and you're done. You don't know where you got hit by, you're just dead. Can anybody ping? I got no idea.
Just
Me
keep
neither.
scanning. We're moving up.
I know that they're like behind this hedge. That's where I got killed. There's a OP like behind that, and are gonna be around this hedge. Like the hedge I'm pinging, behind that, like all the way. I don't know where.
Copy.
Oh yeah,
Stand
and there's
by.
a anti-tank there too. Enki Mopons, get the fuck back and down. Oh yeah, there's a guy. In the ruin building on my ping.
Fuck.
How did I get headshot laying behind pallets?
On my ping. Top
There's a
building.
guy. They're behind us. They took our OP down.
Yeah, they did. Spawn on artillery battery.
Oh fuck.
Let's do an empty tank.
Do we need anything? AT
battery.
medics?
I think we're good.
Okay.
We got anti-tank, we got machine gunner, 2 assaults. Maybe somebody coming in as supply. We're starting to lose battery. They're on battery.
Yeah, we need another Gary down.
Yeah, fall back to battery.
Coming into battery with supply. So switching from standard rifleman, which is what I was, to support, which can drop supplies. Not a role I've played before, so hopefully this goes okay.
Defend the garrison on battery. If that shit is gone, it's lost.
Copy.
I think there's gonna be a huge wave spawning on us right now, and we make it. Nice. Oh shit! They're all, the OP is hot. The OP is hot. Squad leader. The OP is hot near you. Take care.
Set up. Really hope that's not a bomb run. Try to get back with the rest of my squad here. I know Bullets has the machine gun, so...
Do we want to try to get back up on the radar?
Stand by. We gotta find the outpost down here, battery. They have an outpost.
Okay, the shots are coming from around 30.
I believe this is a
And on my
supply
ping,
node.
on my ping.
I think this gives our commander, our entire force commander, additional supplies to use on things like airdrops and stuff like that. Just laid down supplies. Yeah, yeah,
Upper roll dice.
yeah.
Could you drop me some supplies? Or you have supplies?
I already dropped them right back here.
Okay, alright.
What the fuck is this guy doing? He's gonna like run down in here.
So that was not a member of my squad. That was somebody in my area that you can hold a key, I believe it's V. Yeah.
That guy's on the radar.
To speak to anybody. Speak to anybody that's within 50 feet of
who
you
said that?
in-game. Any
Come
person
again?
standing within 50 feet of you
V-Box.
in-game can hear you.
Alright, I'm marking it. Guys, on my ping, on the radar.
I killed
I'm
one.
watching it.
Oh,
Oh shit, he's down.
ah, man, I have no idea who was even firing at me. I feel like this map is so much darker than other maps. Maybe it's because it's overcast. I feel like I can't see anything.
Behind us,
So
they're
that's something I
behind
can
us west.
update. Brightness.
Yeah, I think
Let's
I
do
found that outpost.
125.
I'm watching the radar right now.
See if that
Southeast.
helps. Do you need help covering radar?
No. I don't see shit
Okay.
yet. They're like behind the radar still. Oh, there we go. They're starting to come.
Apparently my wife's going to the store
Boom.
soon to get booze. I
Yeah,
might
no,
want...
I'm in a really good concealed spot.
Steph, I don't know if you can
think
see
I
this if you're watching this, but I might want food. I might want like
Watch,
Burger
the
King or
other
something.
Oh yeah, I'm just taking them off casually. This is good.
Bullets, I'm coming to you. Do you need anything? Supplies?
Saw one guy north on my ping.
Copy.
Radio tower.
Copy.
Yeah, Steph, if you can hear me, again, guys, talking to my wife. If you can hear me, hang around. This should be done within 20 minutes, I would guess. Guys, I don't play supply that often. Where should I stick these?
Just set them down. Just set them down by the garrison. You can always dismantle it.
Copy. Let me find the garrison.
Legendary pickle right in front of you. Right in front of you.
Yep, yep.
Throw a nade right in front of you if you can. On my ping. On my ping.
Did you get him?
I didn't, but the guy next to you got. I think. Oh yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to find the garrison.
In the trench in front of me. That's
Garrison
what I was looking
is
at.
dead ahead of me. Okay, let's move to the garrison. Is this a fence? This is a fence. God damn it! This map is so dark. I mean, I also have my my studio light in my face. I should probably be playing on the other monitor. Okay, let's hunker. Where is the garrison?
Wow, we are about to lose Westerville.
We just did.
So they're probably gonna come from the north.
Yeah, they're gonna come from the north. Well, that's actually west.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate how they fucking orientate these maps all differently.
Wait, what's he saying now?
Oh my god, dude! I just realized
Is
that
it
they're
tank?
differently orientated. Holy shit! I had no idea. I never looked at the compass thing on the map. I've been calling
Tank on
out
my ping.
bullshit for
Yes.
like 30 hours of gameplay. I had no idea.
Yep.
Seriously,
Yep.
very familiar with
It took me a while too.
Hans, am I
Alright.
familiar with the Brawl Machine hype? No, I have no idea what the Brawl Machine hype is.
Need AT on this tank.
Is that like a new play format that people are coming up with? Have I ever told you that I once invented a play format
is it? I didn't
for
see it.
War Machine and Hordes that then Privateer Press stole and started using at
Yes.
conventions?
East of your position.
It's a loose truth, but I think it's one. Alright, I have no idea where I'm going here.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, ping.
My
Okay.
marker. Yeah, that tank marker is perfect.
Alright, let's see where I am. Okay, I'm inside the zone. I'm dropping supplies. I'm dropping supplies right next to Captain Cancer.
Oh, fuck, dude.
New play format.
I
Okay.
hope there's
One
no
of my-
bot guy in
Interesting.
there.
I assume
My
unofficial.
fucking biggest gripe is when allies are in an area and I get killed by an enemy in the area that allies are in.
If I've done that so far, I apologize.
It's
Can
these
you
fucking
drop
guys east of Battery.
Can someone drop me some more vodka? Yeah.
Yeah, don't rely on me. I'll drink it all.
It's getting a lot of online play. Online play. Okay, interesting. Line of sight. Line of sight
Tank is
guys
killing us.
have championed it. Okay, 25 points. Field allowance 1. Ban list. Tailored scenarios. Unofficial, yes, but getting decent traction. Awesome. I don't want the
I
game
hear
to
that.
die by any means. I just
Fuck is it?
I know so many people aren't a fan of the tournament
Yeah,
scene, and the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
game
yeah, yeah.
seems
Hey,
completely
there's a
oriented
tank
towards the
next
tournament
to me.
scene now.
If it's near me, you guys should take it.
This is a bad game to play while I'm trying to talk to you guys because I'm either gonna suck at the game or suck at talking to you guys.
Battery.
How?
Tank on my
How
marker,
the
tank on my
fuck?
marker, tank on my marker. Put a tank marker on here, if you can.
Dude, I just put about 12 rounds of MP40 into a
Yeah.
dude, and he just took it and killed me.
Also,
yeah.
I want the story of how PP
little
stole the
bit.
format. Yeah.
mean,
War
for something
Table's a
that
browser
banks
based.
on being,
Yeah, is War Table the one that
realistic.
got somebody shared it on Reddit? I mean, maybe you're not a Redditor, you wouldn't know, but
And MP40 will F a dude up.
somebody shared a sim on
Depends on
Reddit
where you
maybe a
get
month or two ago, And it was really good. I immediately went in to see if I could simulate Company of Iron, and you can.
put 9 rounds where I shot the dude in his chest and his stomach. I don't care if it's 22 caliber.
Oh man, I'm doing such a bad job this match. Shit. Yeah, I'm working on it. Sounds cool though. I'm gonna have to look into it. 100% better than Vassal. I could never figure out Vassal. I mean, I was younger. I wasn't as tech savvy then. I mean, I was still pretty damn tech savvy. But like trying to set up and run Vassal was like, I feel like you had to learn Java to make that thing function.
There's more. They're throwing grenades in the compound here.
I think I'm going to try to spawn outside of the actual strong point. This hashed area is the strong point. Inside of that is basically the area you want to control to take over a zone. But it seems like there's so much going on inside right there. This woman on artillery?
Yep.
I'm going to spawn outside and try to fight my way in. If I spawn in there, they're just going to nerf me. Alright. So what were they saying about the map being twisted? So, graphically, that was southwest. So, if I go southwest, that's not going to bring me to... Southwest is this way. Yeah, whatever. I gotta get to my friends. Running across open territory. Definitely gonna get shot.
Coming from the west, south.
Coming from the west, and the south. Southwest. Okay, got it. Southwest this way.
Grenade.
I don't think I've seen an enemy.
On my marker. Shit on those guys.
Just blind fire.
We had the logs. Got one. More coming there behind the bush. Oh yeah, they're coming from the west. From the west.
West, copy.
Like west. West.
They're in the compound, boys.
Like.
I just spawned in and they were like running around all of us. Like
On my
our
marker.
teammates are fucking retarded.
Yeah, they need to fall back.
That's
This
my
is not good cover. This fence is not good cover at all.
Pickle, careful. Nade out. Never mind.
These posts are in just the wrong place. Oh god, where's that bomb strike coming in? That's a bomb run. See how my vision gets blurry like this? That's what happens when
that was our team.
gunfire or anything is going on near you.
But yeah, guys, enemies coming from roughly west northwest, like the field.
Depending on how long it takes me to spawn back in, I'll try to rush and tell you about my my play format that got, in my opinion, borrowed by Privateer Press, because immediately I saw it start popping up at sponsored conventions. I have 26 seconds. That might be enough time. I guess I'm going to spawn in this shit show. Oh no, I have 5 seconds. Okay, never mind. I'll tell you later. Alright, they said enemies west. West is this way. Is that a friendly? That is not a friendly. I don't know why I'm shooting at it. This is a realistic game. Guns don't do anything against tanks. Oh god, yeah. I don't know what, I swear it's not normally like this. The fact that I've died so many times and haven't even seen an enemy yet. This map is just so dark. And I've even turned my... Let's see here. I'll go nuts with the brightness, I guess. Video. Brightness. Oh, did I not save when I bumped it? Let's do brightness 150. That's like borderline cheating. Apply settings. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, I just heard 5 pings within 10 seconds.
Coming off of your gun or somebody else's?
Oh no.
video looks like it gets a
Yeah,
little
I'm just in a
pixelated. Not sure
concealed
if that's
spot.
the word
I'm only
I
getting
want to
killed
use.
by like artillery and bombing runs and
Do you
shit.
mean like choppy or pixelated or low
Super
quality, low
sneaky.
resolution? I mean, this is my hand. That should look
Keep it
pretty
up.
high. Pretty high quality. Let me know.
You're the only one in the circle.
Oh fuck! I got.
Alright. Given by the fact that everybody's running in this direction,
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing
I got
this is the
around,
way back in.
12, 13 kills in that position.
Okay, that's a friendly armor.
2 seconds.
Wait, if I'm like that,
Overtime.
but like.
This brightness
if I'm,
helps
like,
a lot. You guys notice I can
incapacitated
see what I'm doing now?
do I still cap it? Should I like stay alive here? Instead of letting go? Does it help us cap?
I don't know what I'm firing at. I still haven't seen an enemy.
Does anyone know?
I don't
Can
know.
I like cap the point if I'm dying?
Man.
Yes,
I haven't had a game this bad
Alright,
since my
no,
first
just-
one.
Oh.
My hands look great. But yeah, it looks like victory. So we won? Okay, sure. Now you get to actually put a commendation on a teammate who did well. I feel like Cancer did well, which is a weird thing to say. Pickle was our captain. I got a commendation from who? I did terribly. I feel like Beatbox was just kicking ass that whole time, so I'll give him one. Yeah, so that was a really bad example of Hell Let Loose. It's usually way more balanced from my experience. Like, I was just dying over and over and over and doing nothing functional. Yeah, so that was a bad example of the game. Normally it feels a lot better to play the game than how that looked. And normally I'm not trying to stream and talk to all of them at the same time. So let me, before I get sucked into the next match in 40 seconds, let me go ahead and pop out. Can I quit out to the main menu? Oh, that just quits out of the whole game. So let's drop back to just me. Boop. There we are. Okay, so how does this look? Can anybody give me an answer? Steph, Hans, I don't think Authentics is still here. Does this look clear? Does this look, crisp? How's the audio? How's the video? I realize the game audio is gone. That's because the game closed out on me. It doesn't look like I'm dropping any frames. My drop rate is 0.4%, which is pretty spectacular. Oh, thanks, Hans. Looks great. Okay, sounds okay, I assume. So, and one of the bummer things about this is I have a pretty nice camera. It's a Canon 80D, and it's got a solid 2.8 lens on it. So this should look good. It should look better than it does. And here's the thing. I'm using the new Canon EOS webcam utility that they just released about 6 months ago. Before that, if you wanted to use your camera for streaming or for on-PC video, you had to use a capture card and basically use the HDMI out of the camera, which works fine, except for the fact that it's literally displaying the track box on the back of the camera, the little video screen that you use to control the camera when you're using it. It's just displaying that in the capture, and so you would see like all my settings on the screen. And so you can turn those off, but the one thing you can't turn off is the little box that pops up around whatever it's tracking. So when you have facial tracking on, this constant like focus box pops up around your face. Everywhere you move, it'd be like doot, doot. And that's really annoying and you can't turn it off. So instead of just doing the HDMI out capture, which would be full 1080p at 60 frames per second, I'm using this new utility that they released, which hides all of that stuff and makes your camera function like a webcam, which is very nice, except for the fact that it for some reason reduces the quality to 1/4. So this is something like 1024 by 562 is the resolution, which scales perfectly up to a full-size 1080p stream. But I'm basically it's like taking 1080p and scaling it up to 4K. This is taking 1/4 of full HD and scaling it up to full HD, but then I used a sharpening filter inside of OBS and some color correction to make it look the way that I want it to look, and I think it looks okay. Like I said, this is my hand. The detail there is pretty good, I think. And obviously I'm not holding stuff up that close to the camera all the time. So yeah, that was Hell Let Loose. This has been me streaming. This is my stream layout. I hope it looks okay to you guys. Quickly, before I go, because Hans asked, when I was playing War Machine and Hordes, sometime in Mark II, we hit a lull where not all of the faction books were out yet. I don't know if you remember this or if you were around then, but in Mark II, the faction books were literally rolling out one faction at a time, and so not every faction had their themes, not every faction had all of their new model stats, and it was really poorly done. I think you probably shouldn't have done it that way. And our store actually banned faction themes until all of the books came out. They said it's completely unfair for factions to be able to use themes when not all factions have themes. And so for tournaments and open gaming nights, they actually said no factions allowed, which we thought was a little authoritarian, but it's their store. So during that time frame, we wanted to come up with a version of the game that was a little simpler because we wanted to fit games in, and we wanted people to be able to use the small selection of stuff that the rules were out for. And so we came up with something, or I came up with something completely off the top of my head, and I swear to God, if you've heard of this, this was before it existed. I came up with something that I deemed Arena, which was basically a 6-player single table version of War Machine and Hordes, where you played on a 4x6 table, similar to like a 40k table, and there were a total of 6 spawn points around the borders of the table, 1 on the center of each of the shorter ends of the rectangular table, and 2 equally spaced on each side of the longer side of the table, so 6 points spread around the table. And you only played with a Warcaster and 2 light Warjacks, and every time one of those, and I want to say your Warcasters or your Warlock's command range or control range was doubled, whatever it normally is. So normally you double your stat to get your range, you would quadruple your stat to get the range. So instead of having like an average focus or fury stat of 6 and then a control range of 12, you would have a control range of 24. And so basically whenever one of your models died, it randomly spawned on one of the locations around the table by rolling a d6 and seeing where it appeared. And jacks could behave autonomously until they got back within the 20 to 30 inch control range of your Warcaster, and then they would automatically reassume control of them. And you would play for, I think you would do it like deathmatch style. So it was whoever got to like 10 kills first. It doesn't matter if it's an opposing Warcaster or a Warlock or a Jack or a Light Beast. Whoever got to 10 kills first won the game, and you had that random respawning mechanic the whole time, and you would just cover the table in terrain. You could have 6 players going at a time. A game lasted like 2 or 3 hours, just like a standard War Machine or Hordes game, except 6 people got to play, and it was a lot more fluid, because one player would move their 3 models, or however many they had on the table. They might be putting a model back in, spawning a model, and then that model didn't activate that turn, or it could move, but it couldn't make attacks, something like that. We wrote this all down. I had a whole document, and I shared it on the forums, back when the forums were a thing. And they were very much alive. And I shared it, and it was like a legit write-up in Microsoft Word, a full document with detailed rules, because I do technical writing for a living, so I come up with homebrew rules for games and games from scratch all the time, and I write the rules very much, in detail, like it was a legit game I was going to try to get published. And so I released these rules. Everybody loved them. People started telling me they were playing it in their local stores. They really liked it. And then I want to say sometime within the next year, probably closer to half a year, like 6 months, we went to TempleCon in Rhode Island before TempleCon collapsed and sort of rebirthed as Captain Con. And TempleCon at that point was a huge event for Privateer Press because they hadn't yet started doing lock and load. And so it was actually, even though Gen Con was a thing, for some reason, and I'm not sure why to this day, they did their keynote every year at TempleCon in Rhode Island instead of at like Gen Con or Comic-Con or something like that. I don't think they do Comic-Con really, but so that year at TempleCon, which at the time I would argue was Privateer Press's biggest thing because that's where they did their keynotes, all of a sudden in the Iron Arena room, which I don't even think was called Iron Arena back then, it was just like the open play room, there was an official thing on the schedule hosted by Privateer Press called Arena or something like Arena. And I went and checked it out, and it was almost the exact same game. And it was being, again, this is years ago, I'm pulling this off the top of my head memory wise, but yeah, it definitely seemed like they had borrowed my creation based off of its popularity on the forums. And there were other times where stuff like that happened too. I remember I play Seer Forged Dwarves, which is a sub-faction of mercenaries, which doesn't really exist anymore in Mark III, but whatever. I actually have a Seer Forged tattoo. I don't know if you can see that very well. That's the Seer Forged logo, and then that's actually my gaming name, Rancor, in their runic font, which used to be published in one of the Privateer Press books. I don't think it exists anywhere other than online now. And so I started a sort of a fan club on the old forums for Searforge players, and a bunch of different people joined, and we would do cool stuff like come up with homebrewed dwarves and things like that, and talk about lists that we had built. And there was one point where we got really serious about trying to guess what some of the possible future new models could be for Searforge. And we had 2 or 3 that we actually worked on a lot, and we came up with actual homebrew, like well-rounded models that we tested and we did test play with. And at one point, the group disappeared. Like the forum page that we all talked on, there were like 20 of us. The page literally got blocked and deleted. And we all got private messages, and I think I got one specifically to me because I was the creator of the group that said, please stop doing this. We don't want... there was some like stupid reasoning in it, like, we don't want players confusing other players about what models are legitimate, and we, technically there's some type of copyright infringement here or something. It was really weird, and I can't remember the exact wording, and I'm not trying to make it sound like Privateer Press is some like, jackbooted company that shuts down any kind of creativity in their player group, because they're absolutely not. But it was very out of the blue and strange to literally have our little fun group deleted and then be like, stop doing that. We don't like that you're doing that. And I couldn't figure out why until, again, this was like 3 to 6 months from when it happened. They announced that they were going to be releasing several new Dwarven models, and that Searforge was going to get pumped out into a more well-rounded sub-faction. And that's when we started getting things like the Avalancher and the Forge Guard, and a bunch of, not the Forge Guard, maybe it was something beyond the Forge Guard. Maybe it was the Tactical Arcanist Corps. But up until that point, playing Searforge was like, you have 2 units to choose from, 2 solos to choose from, 2 casters to choose from, and 2 light jacks and 2 heavy jacks, and that was everything. And now Searforge actually has a ton more stuff, but it all started right around that time, and we didn't know any of it was coming. And we started working on those homebrews, and I think one of them just got frighteningly close to something that they were actually working on, and that's why they were like, oh crap, like, did one of these guys find something, some hidden document or something, this is stolen information, stolen IP, and they just shut the group down. And then within like 3 to 6 months, all of a sudden Searforge models started coming out. A few of them were very close to stuff we were talking about, so that's another interesting story. But that's the kind of stuff that happens when you've been around with a game forever. I started playing in 2006 and played very, very heavily for, I want to say, 5 to 10 years. I mean, for the first 5 years, absolutely played at least 2 or 3 games a week without fail. And then I would say the second 5 years going into Mark II and sort of moving through Mark II towards Mark III, I played, but I also dabbled with some other games because I was a little bit older. I had a little bit more money, so I wanted to invest in different stuff. I tried Malifaux when it first came out. I tried Malifaux 2nd Edition. I tried Infinity. Never really got around to 40K because the scale of that game is just not for me, and I've tried revisiting a few times, and it's just not something I'm into. Pratham Bhatia. Bhatia? Hi. How you doing? Yeah, so this is all before my time, but I love hearing the history. Yeah, so when I started with the game, it was Mark 1. It was only about halfway through the course of Mark 1. And I initially started playing Protectorate, and then I dropped Protectorate and I switched over to Searforge specifically, not Mercenaries as a whole, but Searforge, because I like the idea of having such a small selection of models to choose from. And at that time, Searforge was literally 2 casters, 2 heavies, 2 lights, 2 units, 2 solos, maybe even 1 solo. No, because you used to be able to play with Rock Bottom. So it was Hernan John and Rock Bottom, and that was it. Oh, hi. How you doing? Welcome to the conversation. We're discussing the olden days of War Machine and Hordes by Privateer Press, in case you don't know. So, yeah, I've been around for a long time, and I have a lot of funny stories about that. I also... This feels so boasty, but these are fun memories that I have of the game that I now have kind of dropped, which is super sad. Tattoo, like it is a huge part of my life. It always will be, but it's kind of gone now. Or gone to me, I should say. Tons of people still love the game, and the company's thriving. At least I think they are. I hope they are. But I'm focused entirely on Warcaster now because that looks like it's going to be the next big thing for me. But yeah, back when Battle Engines and Colossals were first getting announced, and people were just starting to see them. Like the Signarin Colossal was out and the Kadoran Colossal was out. I bumped into, I think it was Ed Burrell, back when he was with Privateer Press, because I don't think he is anymore. I'm 90% sure he isn't anymore. I think he does stuff with Broken Egg, who do like awesome tokens and measuring sticks and stuff like that. He was with Privateer Press. I played a game against him. He played Legion. I played Seerforge. And after the game, I kind of just like scooted over to him and I was like, Ed, like just low down. Is Seerforge specifically going to get a Colossal? And he said, you know, don't make a big deal about it. We haven't announced anything yet, but you're actually going to get a Colossal and a Battle Engine. And I was like, I was so happy. And I was like, can I share that online? And he was like, yeah, I guess you can. So I went online and I told everybody. I talked to Ed at TempleCon and he said that we're getting a Colossal and a Battle Engine. And so I want to say like 6 months to a year later, the Earthbreaker came out. Is that right? Is that what it's called? Earthbreaker? Yeah, the Earthbreaker. The Seerforge Dwarven Colossal, which I immediately bought 3 of because I realized, and this was in Mark II, that you could run what were lists back then? 50 points? You could run a 50-point list that was Gorton and Thor and 3 Earthbreakers. It was the only way in the entire game you could run 3 of a huge base model, and it was because Seerforge had a faction specific theme that said increase the FA of all models and units that is not FA character by 1. And so our Gordson Earthbreakers went from a FA of 2 to FA of 3. And so I literally bought it instantly. As soon as I realized I could do this, I bought 3 Earthbreakers and I built a aluminum cookie sheet into a magnetized tray and based it and put flocking and terrain on it so it looked amazing. And it held my 3 Earthbreakers, Gorton, and Thor. And that was my 50-point list one year at TempleCon. And I assure you, anybody who remembers TempleCon remembers me walking around with that tray because so many people came up to me and was like, what the hell is that? Why do you have 3 Earthbreakers? And I'd be like, do you want to play a game? And I would just put those models on the table and be like, I'm probably going to lose. This is a stupid idea, but it's hilarious and I love it. I had those models fully painted and fully assembled. Beautiful. Loved them for maybe 2 months. I got them done. I worked on them for like a month and a half. I got them done right before TempleCon. I brought them to TempleCon. I had an absolute blast. And then like 2 weeks later, my ex that I lived with at the time got mad at me one day while I was at work because she had some issues that she was working through. And she decided to throw that entire tray onto the floor and jump up and down on it, literally. And I came home and found them literally in pieces, and not just like she broke glued, joints apart, but she jumped up and down on them because there were resin and metal pieces that were not joints. They were solid pieces that were snapped in half. And so those were gone. And tons of my friends asked me like how I managed to not like freak out and strangle her when she did that, because it was easily like $700 worth of models. I want to say the Earthbreakers were like 155, 160 bucks a piece. I bought 3 of them, so that's just shy of $600. That is earthbreaking. I mean heartbreaking. It's a classic puns. I love them. Yeah, so it was really, really bad, but I tried to have empathy for the situation, for what she was going through. And Stephanie's my wife, by the way, in case you guys don't know. So she's well aware of this incident and how she's probably more upset about it than I am. But yeah, so I asked Ed Burrell and I found out that we were getting the Earthbreakers. I knew about the Earthbreakers first. Before anybody else, I basically told everybody online that we were getting them, and half the people didn't believe me, and then it came out. And then it took forever for the Siege Crawler to come out, and nobody believed me that it was going to be a thing. And I kept saying, no, he said we're getting a battle engine too. I swear, he said we're getting a battle engine, and nobody believed me. And then like a year and a half later, the Siege Crawler came out, and I was like, vindication, yes. Like I told you all this was coming out. But I think at that point, the forums had been like killed, and we were well into Mark III, and I was well into losing my interest in what the game was becoming. So I wasn't really in the loop at that point. But yeah, that's a handful of my Seerforge Privateer Press stories. But anywho, I'm going to wrap this stream up. This was really just to test the quality of my new stuff, and it seems like it works. It seems like everybody This is giving me good feedback. I'm going to increase the size of my picture-in-picture box based off of some early suggestions by Authentics. Thank you, Authentics. I'm going to make that a little bit larger and probably put it in the upper right corner of the screen because I feel like bottom right there's usually a lot of stuff down there. Upper right's kind of a safe place in most games. Wasn't available to type too much, but really, really enjoyed those stories. Thank you for sharing. Anytime, Hans, anytime. I'm going to try to do this a lot more often. I'm going to try to do at least one stream a week. It can be a little tricky because my wife streams 4 nights a week and she's way more serious about it than I am. She like makes money doing it. So I don't want to get in the way of her upload bit rate. I have our network set up so that I wouldn't, but I still like to play a little safe. And also she's crazy loud when she streams. She's 3 rooms away and on the other side of a closed wooden door. And I guarantee you would hear her screaming and laughing and shouting, which is awesome because her fans love it. But it's definitely going to come through on my microphone, and I'm not sure what I can do about that. I've tried setting up a noise gate to cancel out anything below like 30 decibels, and from 3 rooms away through a door, she still peaks over 30 decibels. So maybe I'll do it, and we'll just have to deal with some background shouting. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this stream up. Thank you guys for popping in. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for the feedback that you've given me. I may do one of these a little more officially tomorrow night. I don't think I'm going to play Hell Let Loose because that's way too much talking and way too much focus that I need to put into the game to actually play successfully. There's a game that my wife told me about called End of Wild Hearts or The End of Wild Hearts. And that looked amazing. And I really, really want to play that. It's not only when you're playing Fall Guys, hun. It's during almost every game, especially when you're playing like Franbo or Bioshock. And so if you guys like online streaming and nice ladies, my wife is QWERTYPie406 on Twitch. It's QWERTY as in the first few keys on the row on your keyboard, followed by 406 on Twitch. You should go check her out. Sayonara Wild Hearts, thank you. Or Sayonara Wild Heart, yeah. So I'm probably going to check that out. That looked like an amazing game, and apparently you only use 1 button and WASD to play it, or your mouse and 1 button. It's super simple, but it's this beautifully illustrated, almost like vaporwave, synthwave style, artsy music game with an awesome soundtrack, custom soundtrack, and interesting storyline. It looks really, really good. So I might download that and give that a shot. It's on sale right now also. So yeah, that might be something fun to stream later. I'm bantering. I keep saying that I'm going to end this. So this is the end of the stream. Thank you guys for dropping by. If you haven't checked out my channel proper, or if you haven't checked it out lately, go check out some of the videos that I have up, how to roll dice. Follow me on YouTube and on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram. And I know I was supposed to have a video up yesterday. I didn't get one up. I have it filmed. I just need to shoot some B-roll. It'll likely be up tomorrow, I want to say. My wife's actually going to help me with that tomorrow. So yeah, look for a new video. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it's a game about small Japanese towns becoming large Japanese cities. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later.